What's up, everybody? My name is Pulsing, I'm the Pokemon Professor, and welcome to something a little bit different today. So now, hold on, let me think here. I gotta drum up my intro. I didn't write anything down beforehand. So, I recently watched a video that a few of you guys may recognize. It's called 1000 Players Civilization. I think it was 1,000 players build a civilization rich and poor, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I even joined their Discord server. I thought it was so good. So, with that in contention here, I decided to go on stream today, and we're going to watch the other videos in this series, because there is a lot of them. I know there's another one that was an hour long, but I don't think I'm going to be able to fit it into a stream tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch the 3 shorter episodes of this series. This one's 30 minutes, this one's 20 minutes, and this one is 33 minutes. I should be able to get this done in time to go to sleep and have a good night rest. We are live on both YouTube Shorts and YouTube Long Form. I will post a link in the YouTube Shorts feed to the Long Form video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and join the Discord server because we got a lot of stuff planned for upcoming. And a lot more to come as well. So, that didn't make any sense at all, did it? Oh, God. Alright, man, I'm already cooked. Hold on. Let me get the, Discord thing here. By the way, links, to all the videos will be in the description and pinned comment below. We will also have timestamps listed in the description for every single one of the, videos that we watch tonight. So, excuse me. Okay, this should be good. Is that good now? I think that's good now. Oh, no, it's not good now. Hold on. My thing is broken again. I really need to give myself mod on my own channel. I think this is like a genuine problem here. This is becoming a problem. Okay, hold on. Let me go to, let me do some shenanigans real quickly before we actually get started here. By the way, since I'm starting stream so late, my voice is so messed up right now. Don't expect as much talking as the last time. This is like a genuine... Oh. Let me go here and here. There we go. Yo! What's up, man? How you doing? Let's do... Oh, I misspelled that. Uh-oh. Man, I don't know how to phrase this at all. Oh, man, I'm so unorganized today. There we go. I'm going to pin this as well. All right, let's pin that message there, and there we go. So, with that out of the way, I think we're ready to get going here. Nothing holding us back tonight, is there? So, with that out of the way, here's my full reaction to the first of the 3 episodes. 200 players build a massive civilization in Minecraft by-ish. Let's go.
In an ultimate social experiment, 200 Minecraft players were randomly scattered across 4 massive islands.
Alrighty, I think there's... Is that replay mod? Hold on. Let me go back real quick here. I am going to be pausing a lot. I think that was replay mod. Yeah, is this replay mod? I don't know. They're kind of flying around here. This could just be spectator mode. I'm not sure. Either way, immediately, I'm loving the editing. It already looks really high quality. I like that they're using replay mod for this. I think it really just adds to the touch here. I think it's going to be a very good video. Excuse me.
Massive islands, each its own civilization and its own unique biome. The players knew one thing only: if they die, they are dead forever.
Hardcore mechanic already. See, I feel like that really makes things work. The hardcore aspect of this. Like, if you die, you're done, bro. It's over for you if you're done. Why is my stream not working, bro? What is going on in here? Hold on, guys. We're getting really cooked here. Oh, thank goodness, it's letting me do it now. Okay, there we go. I am alone, yes. All right.
We had the Plains Island, the Desert Island, the Snow Island, and the Jungle Island.
Four
the
islands.
players were given no help
I
or
like to
guidance.
see that.
It was
That's something I like to
entirely
see.
up to them to gather resources, elect a leader, build a society, and if it came down to it, go to war. The things that happened throughout this experiment made for
Yeah, it is replay mod. Okay, good.
an absolutely crazy story arc. You do not want to miss any of it. So sit back, grab a snack, and choose a nation to root for.
Chat, should I get a snack real quick? What do you think? What do we think here? I've got Tootsie Rolls, Doritos, and barbecue Lays. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Snack time, snack time, snack time. Oh yeah, by the way, I did want to mention, I did say that already, but I have seen the Rich and Poor video for anyone just joining in. Alright.
I presents to you the States Experiment. Thank you to MagicGum for the inspiration for this video.
Okay,
Also,
so
if you
this
enjoyed
was
the video,
inspired
feel
by
free to give me an
MagicGum.
incentive to make more like
That's
it
what I
by
was thinking.
subscribing
I've
to my
seen
channel
MagicGum's videos
and liking
before.
this video.
I was thinking that the entire time I watched the Rich and Poor one. Man, they're getting
Much of day
pumped up
one
here.
was used for exploration
There are
and
captains?
colonization. The people
No,
scouted
no
their
captains.
respective islands looking for advantageous
Shakol, how you doing?
locations to set up camp. Those on the snow and desert islands quickly realized that wood was going to be a very scarce resource as trees
Bro, imagine like getting into this event, just like rolling the dice to get a good island, like please jungle, please jungle, please jungle, and you get the desert biome. Bro, that would have to suck, man. Oh man, that would suck.
were extremely rare. Seems like this guy right here has found quite literally the only patch of trees in the desert. The
Bro,
rest
there's
is just
one patch of
barren.
trees in
At
the
the same
entire
time, because
desert?
of the harsh climate, both
Yo,
desert and
that's
snow
cruel,
knew they would
man.
need to prioritize
so
farming
cruel.
early in order to feed the entire population.
Look at this little farm they got going on here. They're starting
It's
to-
part of the farming team. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the plains and jungle
good old
states
farm.
had no problem gathering both food and wood,
I
and were
respect
thus
the
able to
hustle.
advance their civilizations more quickly. Citizens of the jungle island had
Yo, that would be a sick base, by the way. This island looks sick. Bro, imagine living here on like this little mountain outlooking the entire server. That would be sick, man. That would be awesome. Yo, Shakol, thanks for the sub, man. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel.
decided to meet up and set up their home at the volcano in the middle of the jungle. Not
Give a
this again.
little and you take a little.
So Team
little?
Jungle's establishing a communist system.
No.
Yeah, sure.
No,
sure,
we're
whatever.
Yeah, why not?
On the Plains
Hey,
Island,
there's
there
nothing
were
wrong with it.
multiple civilizations starting to form, including this small village.
Well, I think food will be very important, so I'm trying to upscale my farming.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
I gotta support all the people of the plains biome. We're gonna start breeding some animals, you know.
Oh, all the people, really, huh?
You have one pig that is ready.
One pig.
Eventually, many players
Oh,
took to the
God.
mines to extract resources from the ground.
Yeah, I've never really I'm always I've been a casual Minecraft player for like the last decade, bro. I've always played the game, but like I've never really made it that far. My ADHD just doesn't let me. But yeah, I really respect the people who can play this game like all day, man. Like I don't know how people can like stay attached to one game for so long. Tashina, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
They now own. And of course, it did not take long for political entities to
flicking
form.
back and forth
Some
between the,
islands held democratic elections
yo, is that
long for
N?
political
Yo, hold up.
entities to
Yo, that's my boy right there. Let's go. Pokemon represent. Let's go.
form. Some islands held democratic elections to decide their leaders, while other islands saw
Can't go
leaders
wrong with
rise
Ben.
through authoritarian force. Shortly, a player named Solev became the dictator of
recognize
the
that
Snow
name. I recognize
Island
that
after
name. I don't
rising
know
to
where.
power with seemingly no
Oh, yeah, he's the
opposition.
mod for
We
the
have
Discord
a
server.
farming team,
Like
which
the head mod.
is over the mountain over there
Yeah.
setting up a farm. We have a wood team, as you can see, who is
They
solved
made
our
a
lumber-
whole Yo, that's crazy. Bro, hold
it's
on.
over the
I want
mountain
to
over
see
there.
this. They made a whole Discord server with specific roles for every single Oh my god, bro. They're taking this so seriously, man. I respect it. I respect it.
setting up a farm. We have a wood team, as you can see, who has solved our lumber problem immediately.
The desert state, meanwhile, had two coexisting factions. The first one labeled themselves the Sultanate, and they were ruled by the Great Sultan storming hell.
A
The
sultanate.
second faction called themselves the Amazon, and they were ruled by a group of leaders, the top leader being Zamta. This faction was composed mostly of people who had
Storming hell
previously
and
won a
Zamta.
Mr. Beast gaming challenge, meaning these
Oh
guys.
my god, that's where I remember these guys from.
This faction was composed mostly of people who had previously won a Mr. Beast gaming challenge, meaning these guys are both
sick.
wealthy and skilled. world. Accordingly,
Yeah,
what
I
the
recognize
desert
a lot of
lacked
these names, bro. I used to watch Prime Mr. Beast Gaming back when it
in
was first
lumber,
starting
it
out.
made up for
Good
in
times,
minerals.
good times.
We have
That's
about
like,
what 32 diamonds.
What?
I was about
Oh
to get
my
Dav
God.
some sugar
Does the diamond, does the desert have more diamonds? That would be awesome.
cane, so then we could get an enchantment table.
2 people died during day 1, both on the Snow Island. The first was an accidental death of a beloved Snow State member, Protato, who died by falling in a hole.
Ouch.
A funeral was held to honor his short life.
R.I.P..
The second guy was killed due to an execution order issued by Solev because he quotes,
What? Yo, that's crazy, bro. Why are we executing people? Minecraft is not that deep, man. That's kind of crazy. That's honestly, bro, that's crazy.
built a monument to worship Cardi B. As a result, he was whopped.
Yo, bro, how many views does this video have? 14 million, bro. Imagine joining a video. Imagine joining like a server, like just building a Cardi B, building a Cardi B monument. Your leader executes you, and then all of a sudden this video gets 14 million views, and you're down in the first 3 minutes, bro. That I respect the Cardi B hustle, bro. I respect it a lot. I'm
out of
saying that sentence
existence.
way too
I
much.
hated
Saying that
saying
sentence
those
way too
words. Anyway, that marked the
hated
end
saying
of
those
day
words.
1. The server shut down, and the remaining players debriefed and made plans for the following morning.
Okay, so the server shuts down at the end of every. Okay, that makes more sense. Like you could get everyone on. You could like get their schedules so everyone's on at like the times that they can afford to play. That's sick.
In day 2, the people of the jungle state who lived in the volcano decided to have an election.
Ooh.
There were 2 candidates. 9209's pitch involved creating a government of checks and balances and citizen rights. Magic Mikey's pitch was that he wanted to be a dictator who executes anyone who threatens his power.
He has my vote. I'm not gonna. I'm voting for him. He's getting it. I'm going to make sure this man wins the election. He has to. He has to, right? This guy has to win.
9209 won the election, but instead of accepting defeat, Magic Mikey
no.
and his followers left the volcano to start their own civilization.
okay,
However,
that's
by
not gonna
leaving the
go wrong at
volcano,
all.
Mikey and crew left behind their farm, so they quickly ran out of food.
There's
It's
a jungle biome. There's no freaking food in here, dude.
Oh,
literally look at his shoulder, there's a parrot right there.
They don't have meat.
Hey, he does not drop anything. Do not kill my parrot.
I'm just kidding. I just enjoy causing chaos whenever it
Close
can.
the door behind you. There's mobs.
This whole time, Mikey could not figure out or realize that he could catch fish from the river right outside his front door. In a way, his fate was sealed by natural selection, where only the most intuitive survive. The Plains Island, on the other
it's
hand,
not
was led
that
from the
hard to
top of a
survive in solo Minecraft, right? I mean, I can do it just fine. Like, it's not that hard. At least I'd hope it's not that hard. Oh God, is it that hard? Oh no.
mountain by a player named
know. I don't
Ewash.
add enough
While
mods to
this
my
mountain
games.
became the Plains Island's base, some citizens defected and moved after they complained about excessive work demands. The defectors gathered in the previously mentioned small village, which was now ruled by a player named SmileJump.
I like the
Ewash
I didn't even realize this, by the way. That map looks sick. Yo, it looks kind of sick that they have like their own map here, and it's like animated too. Like that's kind of. I respect all the effort that went into this video. It's unironically amazing.
gathered in the previously mentioned small village, which was now ruled by a player named SmileJump. Ewash had previously threatened to kill
like SmileJump.
SmileJump
I like
if he
that
ever
name.
challenged his rule over the Plains States, and it did not help tensions when Ewash himself came to the village and allegedly stole some of the food supply.
Okay,
this
bro.
fact prompted a member of
hater, he's a
SmileJump's
hater.
village to make this ominous statement about Ewash.
So you're
Alright.
saying you wouldn't care if he suddenly were to die?
What?
I would not
Yo.
care.
It might be too late for even Dr. Phil to save this relationship.
that's
Meanwhile,
tough.
the people of the Snow States
Bro, Dr.
continue
Phil
to
is not
labor
saving
under
any
the command of
relationships, man. I don't know
Solev,
what
building
you're
up a
talking
mighty snow civilization with a developed tree plantation, farm, and a main base. Lastly,
Oh,
both of the
nice.
factions in the
Cute little
desert
base.
seem to be thriving despite the
I
difficult
said
conditions
cute.
of their
Right,
dry
man.
environments. Also, while there were initially tensions between the Sultanate and the Amazon, they agreed to remain neutral and respect each other's territories.
Hey.
I spoke with the leader of the Sultanate.
The other faction on this desert seems to be a very formidable opponent.
The rules of Sabaron. Praise our Lord 3 times per day. Do
What?
not eat pig or execution. Anything against our Lord is punishable with lashings or jail. They have a jail? Meanwhile, at the Amazon, Zamta and the other Mr.
That's
Beast
awesome.
winners were expanding their land and developing economically so
that's
quickly that they started investing in commercial property, such as this flower shop.
This is my flower
They
shop.
made a
I'm gonna
flower
build like
shop?
a little base over at the ocean and do like a little bridge, so everybody
cute.
can like come and chill at my flower cafe.
Then to wrap up day 2, on the Plains Island, this happened. Boat clutch time. That felt mildly preventable. With all relevant political entities
at least he
formed,
tried.
it's time to see now how they interact.
I respect that
The
he-
third day presented
he went out on
challenges
his
for
own
almost
terms.
all of the civilizations. The Sultanates reported to have items randomly stolen, chests broken, and someone was also killing their cows. They suspected that a player named Guardian Nova was doing this, and they immediately threw him out of the Sultanates. For revenge, Guardian Nova kept coming back to cause further chaos, thus creating a general sense of unrest within the Sultanate. He's coming back, he's coming back. Something's about to go down. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. He's killing their cow. What the heck? On the
Bro,
snow
that's
island.
got to be like an elite level of hating to just travel across the land just to kill one cow and immediately leave. That is elite levels of hatred right there.
Solev was becoming incredibly wealthy and powerful. See, you guys got enchantments. Enchanted fishing rod. How rich are you?
Don't worry about it. Just don't let them know. Don't let the other team, or
Fine.
don't let our underclass know at that, please. They work in the farms.
Solev had just carried out another execution of
We're
a snow
making-
member who allegedly
Why
murdered
are we
2 other
making,
snow
like-
stained.
Okay, what is the word? What's the word for that? Hold on. We're making like citizen classes. We're like, this is like a communist nation. Why is this a thing?
members. While this allegation turned out to be correct, some on the snow state were becoming worried that Solev was becoming too powerful, like a tyrant. Finally, in the jungle, the Cold War between 9209's crew and Mikey's crew heated up very
that's
quickly. One of the volcano men was exploring the jungle herding 3 chickens. Mikey then killed those chickens. He defended his actions by saying, quote, "I was hungry."
Okay,
This prompted
you know
some
what?
conflict
That's
between
valid.
the 2 factions, which became fatal when Mikey ordered his spy to murder one of
By the
9209's
way, Boy Jedi is my Mr. Beast goat. I didn't even recognize that name at first. Boy Jedi is the Mr. Beast goat.
citizens.
Oh.
What? Did I just witness a murder? Mikey then declared war on 9209 and planned an attack on the volcano so that he could finally become the ruler of the jungle state.
Wait,
The
what? Yo, that was fast. Okay, then.
attack was to take place the next day.
was, wish we
9209
could've seen a
quickly
little bit
gathered
more
his
about
people,
that,
and
but
they
all right,
decided
man.
that instead of fleeing, they
We're
would
moving
stay
quick
to
here.
defend the volcano. This set the stage for the jungle's civil war.
Oh, here we go.
Well, there's a lot of things that we have planned, but our biggest goal is going to make that dang volcano erupt where all those peasants live.
He's so comically evil. That's so stupid. He's like the most comically evil villain in any form of media ever.
Tried her absolute hardest to maintain the peace, and Mikey has tried his absolute hardest to do the exact opposite, so, you know, enough is enough, so we're just gonna tell the soldiers it's now or never and try and kill every last one of them.
Oh!
News of the impending civil war had gotten out. This lone jungle merchant's
everybody else gonna
legacy,
take
while
sides?
living in a peaceful, isolated hutch, seemed to know exactly what was about to happen.
Living in an isolated hut by yourself? This guy's the main character. This guy's absolutely the main character. There's no way he's not. Like, you're telling me this guy's just living on his own in, like, a random mysterious house on the wayside, trying not to be disturbed, just kind of sitting out there. He's the main character. He's gonna get dragged into this mess somehow. I'm gonna love to see it, though. Mark my word, this guy's the main character.
2 groups, they're about to go and duel
Oh, opening shot. Definitely main
it
character
out.
vibes.
And whichever side wins is probably not going to be good for me, so I'm just glad to stay out here in isolation.
Little did this lonely merchants know,
Yeah, I
Mikey
hear
and his
all that
crew had
talk is already
already set
serious.
out
I'm
to
the main
begin the
character, I'm the main
revolution, and they were about to raid his home and destroy it completely. Fortunately, Legacy was able to fetch his parrots and escape just in time.
Shop
Mikey
Mr. Beast joined the game. Okay, we're
continued
really
his
going for
pilgrimage
Mr.
through the
Beast
jungle,
investments
heading
here, aren't
toward
we?
the volcano. 9209 and his men were gearing up, scanning the perimeters, not knowing where the attack would come from. Eventually,
they have,
Mikey and his crew
they have genuine warfare content. Like, they're going through, like, army strats, bro. This is the most serious I've ever seen Minecraft be taken. They're really going for it. That's crazy.
reached the edge of the volcano, and the attack began. Looks like they're sneaking up the volcano.
Oh, they're going for a sneak attack.
Yep, here we go. First hits of the battle. This is it. Mikey's men are attacking nearly at the top of the volcano, but it looks like 9209's men now know where they are, and they're gathering at this
Yeah, this
one
guy's
point.
casting is
Mikey's
kinda
men now
crazy. Hold
retreating back down the volcano. That's
be a
Magic
good
Mike
radio
himself. He's
guy.
getting some good hits on this guy.
You are not making that. Does he hit it?
It's
Oh my god.
Mikey
Bro.
died from fall damage.
Well.
Oh boy. Mikey's soldiers scattered into the jungle and surrendered, thus marking 9209's victory in the jungle civil war. I
mean, at
spoke
least
with
it's
the 9209.
That the way he died was through attempting a block clutch, which is the most fitting death I have ever seen.
So you have successfully
Man, I
quenched
really wanted to
the
see him move on, though.
revolutionaries.
That
How
would've
do you
been really
feel?
funny.
Extremely entertained.
Okay, there we go.
Uh-oh. I don't know how much I like this material. What is going on? Oh, wait. Hold up. No.
Oh my gosh. Major assassination just happened. Guardian Nova, the previous Chaos Maker, had come back to kill
God,
the
here we
leader
go.
of the Sultanate.
Here we go,
However,
boys.
this
Everybody's
allowed for
strapping
the other
these
desert
seatbelts.
faction, Amazon, to demonstrate their military might by hunting Guardian Nova down and
Here we
killing
go,
him
boys.
to avenge the death of Storming Hell. Oh, they got him. A funeral was held to honor the late Sultan, and the heir to the Sultan, Arvine, became
Bro lived 3 days. Okay.
the new leader.
Shit serious.
The Sultan's death was a sudden and tragic one, but it was followed by several days of peace. The weakened Sultanate worked on repairing its nation and building from where it left off. The alliance between the Amazon and the Sultanate was stronger than ever, with new trade routes formed and communication lines opened. At the Amazon, Hope Bounty's flower shop was
Bro,
finally...
I just realized, like, imagine executing the leader of a giant civilization just because you felt like it. Like, that's just, is that not literally what this guy just did? Like, that's a crazy reason to assassinate someone, just because.
completed. Oh, you're already okay. Very good.
Oh, look at
Hello,
that. That's
I would
nice.
like a tulip, please.
We have pink, orange, red.
How are there multiple
And white.
tulips? Oh god, your bodyguards have arrived. They freaked me out. Celebrating its success, the Amazon then gathered for a group photo with Zamta in the lead
Oh,
and
no.
Guardian Nova's head in the
It's
back.
like one of those pictures where it's like, it's a before and after shot with, like, all of the dead guys marked out with, like, their names, like, how they died above it. Like, it's giving off those vibes.
Back.
Is that guy's name Thanos?
In the
Chicken?
back.
Oh my god. Yo, Thanos Chicken, what a lovely name. I'm rooting for this guy. I don't care what faction he's part of. He's my guy now.
After prolonged discussion, 9209 and the rest of the Volcano Men decided it was time to move to a new location
Oh,
for
they're
a fresh
moving.
and hopeful beginning. The fishing merchant of the jungle, Legacy, had now joined the rest of the jungle community
did?
and suggested that they could move to the place his home used to be. Everyone agreed. That day, they picked up their stuff, repaired Legacy's house, and built the jungle's new civilization in that very spot. Legacy, along with his parents, moved into his old home, but this time, he had many friends with him, and he lived in a thriving society. Meanwhile, on the
That's
Snow
nice.
Island, Solev continued to rule with an iron fist,
Is
and
there like
his
a border blocking them from going to the other islands, or is it just like is it just like free trade where you can just go wherever you please?
society was prospering. The
If there's a war, people are gonna pick up refugees.
Snow civilization had built a holy temple to worship their god Boy Jedi and to
Their
showcase the
god
strength.
boy Jedi. Okay, man. He may be my goat, but I don't know if the relationship goes that deep. What is it with like civilization videos and people creating cults? Why does it always happen? There's always one like group of people who are like, yeah, we want to be a cult.
Of their people. And of course, we cannot forget about the two Plains factions, Iwaj's base and Smile Chum's village. The village was now doing especially well with many new members and houses to accommodate them. At the end of day 7, the villagers gathered to celebrate their success.
And I made this cake especially for everyone, so there you go. Yay,
Hey,
cake!
cake.
I love the fact that no one cheers.
That was pretty much all.
A peaceful night came to a peaceful end.
That's sad. Bro, it's like my high school. My high school has like this one they have this one tradition where they have a bin with a they have like, you know, like one of those stereotypical garbage cans and stuff. They grab one of these garbage cans and they lift the lid up and make everybody cheer. They tried to do that. We had a pep assembly a few weeks ago. They tried to do that. Nobody was saying anything, bro. It was genuinely the most miserable pep assembly I've ever seen. Like, they switched it, and so instead of being able to skip it, you had to go. It was so stupid. But yeah, that garbage can was so sad. It was just depressing, really.
The age of jungle innovation is upon us. The expanded village out from Legacy's home, complete with the Among Us crewmate monument, allow—
Fucking what? Yo, okay, man. Okay, man. Maybe democracy has gone too far. Oh my god. What is that? Yo. Oh my god. When was this video made? 2021? Okay, you know, that and the Thanos chicken guy, you know, that makes a little bit more sense. That makes a little bit more sense now. Maybe I have to stop
allowed
hating.
for the United Jungle citizens to invent new things. First, they made a frickin' sound machine. Why is this a good idea? Why? You had no music disc, so
sound
you
machine,
did
huh?
this.
Yes, I had to make do. You didn't give me a lot of options.
Then, they made a lag machine, which basically means they put boats everywhere.
So we're just
Ish, I
allowing
can't
them
fly.
to do that.
Ish,
You know
Ish,
what?
I can't fly, bro. Can you?
Well, I
issue.
can't have more
One
than
stick.
10 FPS
Hey,
while I'm at the
one stick.
jungle base. Looks like we all have
That's
problems.
fine.
I was gonna destroy all the boats while they were offline, but then I got a Discord message from one of my paying YouTube donors, Soratork. I decided to keep the boats.
man.
There was, however, one massive tower-looking thing that the jungle civilization was building
You know
that
what?
maybe
Bribery
could
is
be
the best
productive,
option.
but no matter how much I asked, they wouldn't
get
tell
something
me
done
what it was.
legitimately,
What is
just bribe
this?
the person who can
It's a
get it.
wooden fence.
The only thing they tell me is that it's a wooden fence. That clearly is not a wooden fence. While
It
the
is a
people of
wooden
the jungle
fence. What
were
do you
enjoying themselves, the rest of the political world was not as secure. Indeed, there was a conflict arising, and this conflict was not contained to a single
Hold on a
island or
second.
nation. There was about to be a major international diplomacy disaster. Among the people of the Snow State, Solev was a relatively popular leader with high approval numbers. That being said, not everyone who claimed to be on his side actually was. A player
okay.
on the Snow Island
Got a
named
little bit of rebellion
Kumazaki
going
did
on
not
here.
like Solev's rule
Kumazaki.
over the Snow State,
Nice name.
seeing him as a dangerous tyrant.
Oh, Kumazaki, that's
Kumazaki
a
was
nice
the
name.
geopolitical expert of the Snow Island, and he had devised a plan. The plan was to create a secret global alliance with all world leaders except for Solev. Then, with that leverage, Kumazaki would ask Solev to resign, and if he refused, Solev and his entire regime would be eliminated by the
that's
strength
a
of the entire
devious
world's
strategy.
military power. After that, the alliance would stand and world peace would be achieved. Those who agreed
World peace, quote unquote. Yeah, that's not working for a second, man.
to join this alliance included Zamta and the Amazon,
Oh.
Arvine and the Sultanates, and Iwaj with his plains base. Smilechamp and his village chose not to join because they did not like Iwash, who they thought himself was a tyrant.
Oh.
The Jungle State didn't join because they already had a secret alliance with Solev and the Snow States, an alliance which ended up thwarting Kumazaki's entire plan. Solev was informed of this plan by the Jungle States, and he promptly executed Kumazaki for his
Hold on, those free factions aren't gonna like that very much, are they?
conspiracy to overthrow the government.
Damn, this video's already halfway done. Jeez, man, that went by fast.
Informed of a plot to overthrow my government and slaughter my people. A plot supported by the foreign warmongering states, created by one of my own members. As a result, that member is dead. For every action taken against me and my people, there will be a swift and righteous reaction.
We have our new comically evil villain. Oh god. I miss the guy who said he wanted to just like form a dictatorship and then he died to fall damage. That's still the highlight. I love that guy. What happened to that guy? I wish he hit that block clutch. That would have been crazy.
They've made their move. Now it's my turn.
Is he ego tripping? I don't know if it's ego tripping. I don't know.
Iwaj, while an effective politician, was disliked by many. Most of those who disliked his leadership simply moved out of his base, but some of those people stuck around to create their own version of justice. Oh, he's going for it! Somehow, Iwaj actually managed to escape, and his people killed the assassin.
Bro, how is this
It was a close call. But Solev did not merely commission one assassin.
Wait, he commissioned assassins? Oh my god.
Hitori Cage, a spy for Smilechamp's village, had succeeded in killing Iwaj. The assassination order came from both Smilechamp and Solev, who are now in an alliance. Look at this, it looks like...
It really is just the desert people against the world now, isn't it? I gotta go for the desert.
distraught people are planning to obliterate Smilechamp's village now. Smilechamp's village was minutes away from Iwaj's army invading to slaughter all of the inhabitants. The people frantically picked up their most valuable possessions and climbed down into the village's emergency bunker. Once every single resident was underground, the entrance was blocked off and the villagers used an escape tunnel to exit the bunker and leave the Plains Island for good.
No way. Cowards, I tell you. Cowards. The coward way to go out. You gotta fight that. You gotta fight. Stay and fight, bro. Don't run away to Big Papa over there, man. You gotta stay down, stand your ground, be like, yeah, we did that. Stand strong, man. Get your chest out there. You just look like cowards.
Welcome to the bastion of freedom, the last stand of hope. Here you're free from the oppression of your tyrannical government and free to live as you please under the rule of our great and democratic society.
Great and democratic society. I feel like two of those free words are just kind of wrong.
Yeah,
Time to bring the dogs in.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Oh! Yo, what?
This was the make or break day. Will there be negotiations for peace, or will the conflict escalate into a major...
Didn't the desert have all of those Mr. Beast winners? That desert may just that one desert symbolization may unironically be the most powerful, even though Solev has all those people. Like 10 good PvPers can easily take down like 50 or so average players.
War. It goes without saying that the desert leadership was unhappy with the Snow State for harboring the Plain State refugees, who they saw as traitors. After Smilechamp's village was
why was that
looted and burned to the ground, the new leader of the Plains State, Lord of Lightning, was almost immediately killed by another Plains member for, quotes, no reason whatsoever.
Bruh.
There was
Okay, bro. Alright, man. Things are getting a bit
in
out
the
of
Plains
hand.
States, and some Plains members took this as an opportunity to abandon the island and migrate to other states. One Plains member named Ron traveled to the desert island to become a member of the Amazon. The Amazon immigration officers conducted a background check.
They have immigration officers? Dude. Why? Why do we need immigration officers? Oh my god, bro. Oh, that's so comical. Oh my god.
And thoroughly vetted Ron to make sure he wasn't a threat.
Ron, I'm protecting you. I am your immigration lawyer.
Thank you. Oh, I have to go to court now?
For security measures, we have to do this.
No, it's okay.
All my other team did was just yell at me. Or we all just, it was just pure chaos.
So that's why you left?
Uh-huh.
This Plains member,
Oh
my
my
friend,
God.
Fireball X3, was also on his way out. He had no idea I was watching him, and I just could not resist doing this.
Oh my god, Alex.
Alex?
What are you doing?
Trying to scare you.
Somebody got detected by
worked.
X-ray, by the way. That sucks. Imagine X-raying in a Minecraft event, man. Come on.
Puts on
be
full
better than
diamond
that.
and gets in a boat and comes the other way down the river
Oh
at
my
me.
god.
By the way, thank you very much for the sub. I really appreciate that. I just saw that.
Oh my god.
You're such an
Now, what remained of the Plains States was a small group of highly skilled fighters
Fucking
led by
girl
a player
Jedi.
named Kanuke.
Okay.
This group made up what was now the Plains Militia. In the jungle, the people continued to expand their village and build that massive tower. They also bonded over their new favorite activity, fishing, which not only strengthened their community spirits, but also improved the quality of life for all their people. It also diversified the diet of Legacy's parrots, who had only been eating seeds, a well-deserved treat for being alive since day one and having survived Magic Mikey's raid and the jungle's
parrots!
civil war. Legacy
I
himself
love this guy. I like this guy. I know I was dogging on him for having main character energy, but I like this guy. I respect him. I respect it. Just the parrot, doing all of it for the parrot.
had become somewhat of a hero in the jungle when, in the previous day, he led an expedition into the Snow State to hunt down and kill a jungle trader. After this near-death expedition, Legacy hoped that he could finally retire and live the rest of his life peacefully with his parrots in the jungle village. On the international stage, the two major alliances became official. First, the United Sands, led by Zamta, which included both of the desert factions and the Plains Militia. On the other side of the world was the Solev Union, led by Solev,
Bro, oh my god, it's the Cold War. Oh my... What? Bro. Life imitates art, I guess.
which included the Snow States, the Plains
Forget World
Refugees,
War III.
and the
This
Jungle
is my
States.
World War
Attempts at peace between the two were well-founded but quickly fell through due to rising tensions caused by a variety of transgressions from both sides. On day 10, one member of the Plains Militia infiltrated the Snow States. Hitori Cage, the Plains refugee, killed the infiltrator in hopes to prove his allegiance to Solev. Afterward, Solev held a ceremony promoting Hitori Cage to a senior officer position in the Snow States. This ceremony was a direct insult to the desert factions who were already having a bad day after the leader of the Sultanate, Arvine, was caught in flagrante delicto with the town sheep. Arvine was...
Yo! What are you doing? Why are there sex scandals in Minecraft? Who screened this? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
exiled, and a player named Banju Buemos became the new Sultan. The people of the Snow State were delighted with their success and even more delighted by the failures of the desert. But the United Sands was not happy. They were angry that Solev had thwarted their original plan for world peace and that he was harboring the refugees who killed the Plains leader. In addition, two highly armored snow members then visited the desert island uninvited, which caused many on the desert island to worry that an attack was coming. Desert propagandists then started to echo the sentiment that Solev and his evil regime were going to obliterate the people of the desert. Upon hearing this, the leader of the United Sands, Zamta, called an emergency meeting with his top officials. He ordered that defenses be built and that the state provide armor and weapons to all desert citizens. To end the meeting, Zamta held a vote on launching a preemptive strike against the Snow State. The officials voted in the affirmative, and shortly, the United Sands declared war on the Solev Union.
Here we go. Here we go.
It was time for the Great World War. The United Sands prepared for its attack. The war plan was simple. Surround the Snow Island, approach the center, and kill Solev to rid the world of tyranny and achieve world peace.
It's not gonna be that.
Zamta and the United Sands had reached the Snow Island and had ordered their secret spies to create havoc from within. This was incredibly effective. Solev's military forces were dispersed, which allowed for an easy infiltration.
Oh my god, they're getting kicked.
They found the plains refugee Hitori Cage running for his life. Hitori Cage goes
I knew
down.
the sand.
Wait. Oh my god, Smile Chump and Solev! Wait, they're all coming! Smile Chump and the Plains refugees had all joined the fight, but they were simply outnumbered. The United Sands destroyed the Snow State, killing almost every citizen. Solev took his remaining fighters and fled his home, an empire no more.
Bro, that was so fast. That was fast, bro. Oh my god. It all happened just like... I can't snap, but you get the bend.
The leader of the Jungle State, 9209, declared a full lockdown and ordered that Solev, now a refugee, be let in. Upon arrival, Legacy was the one to greet Solev and lead him to the place where the rest of the jungle was hiding. That place, which had been under construction for many days, was now complete.
Whoa.
It was the wooden fence.
Something's getting kind of crazy now.
After the United Sands tracked Solev and arrived onto the shores of the Jungle State, they realized the magnitude of the challenge ahead of them. Nonetheless, they gathered their soldiers, prepared an attack, and thus it began, the Battle of the Wooden Fence.
Okay, here we go, here we go. Hold on to your seats, folks. Oh, they're like shooting high ground. By the way, Mr. Reagan. I just noticed Ronald Reagan over here in the bottom left of the screen. Look at him, Ronald Reagan. Don't you love Ronald Reagan? Hits, bro. The music is hitting.
After the United Sands lost some soldiers, they made a new strategy. Instead of climbing up the tower, they decided to build above the tower. Like that, they cracked the puzzle of the wooden fence.
Oh no. Here we go. Come on, Sand! I gotta go Sand Nation here. Oh, Zamta's slaying. Ooh! I heard that reverb. Oh my god.
Solev, 9209, and most of their fighters were dead. The remaining snow and jungle soldiers fled the tower and dispersed throughout the jungle. The United Sands had defeated the Solev Union.
Go.
This was the end of the Great World War.
What happened to Legacy? Did Legacy die and all that?
The people of the United Sands returned home to celebrate their victory. They worked together to expand their towns and construct some pretty impressive buildings, including Hope's Flower Shop, which had become a very profitable business. The Amazon, the Sultanates, and the Plains Militia had finally achieved their long-desired world peace. Meanwhile,
Hey,
the
they
snow
did it.
island was entirely empty except for the occasional visitor. One day, a graveyard honoring all the fallen snow citizens mysteriously appeared in the middle of the abandoned snow
I
island.
wonder who built that.
Nobody knows who built it, but the United Sands leadership decided to let it stay. Eventually, many of the former snow and jungle citizens met up and created a secret jungle enclosure where they could all peacefully live. They grieved over the friends they lost in the Great War, but at least they were able to keep each other company. Right next to the new hidden enclosure was the house of a lone jungle merchant who had barely managed to escape the Battle of the Wooden Fence.
Wait,
but
Legacy
he did
survived?
escape, along with his parents. The
Hey,
longtime
let's go,
companions
Legacy.
fished together for as long as they could before the sun went down.
I like how throughout pretty much this entire time, Legacy just kind of chilled. He just kind of relaxed by himself the entire time, even though he was caught up in that war. Alright, who worked on this? Right, smaller team. I like that video. I think that was a pretty good video. I'd give it like a 6 or... I'm not going to make the joke. I'd give it a 5 or a 6. There we go. I'm going to have to demote it for that reason. I can't be caught saying that in this economy. I don't want to turn into some stupid TikTok edit. But either way, I feel like this video is a solid 5 or 6. I feel like it was like really nice, but you could tell there were a little bit of hiccups along the way, especially with the storytelling. The pacing of the story wasn't that good. Like, I'm just going to be honest. Especially, like, the video is edited really well. It has a lot of, has a lot of positives, a lot of good things I like to see about it. I like their use of the replay mod. I like the, what else was it? Not one thing I liked. I liked some of the characters and how wacky they seemed. I feel like it really added a nice tinge on things. But the thing I didn't like was really how they kind of just jumped straight into some conflicts without letting it build up for a little bit. Like, it didn't really, none of those conflicts really built up. They just kind of happened all of a sudden. Except for the final one, of course, but the main, like, leaders getting assassinated, I don't feel like it really didn't really, it kind of, like, came out of nowhere, in a sense, but not in the good way, if that makes any sense at all. But either way, I feel like this was a really good video, especially for the first. Especially because of the fact that I think he said he edited it himself. Yeah, he directed the video, edited it, and narrated it himself, which I feel like this is very good for a singular person working on a video. I think that's awesome. Big ups to Ish for this. I may only run one more today because my voice is starting to hurt a little bit. Let's run number 2.
In an ultimate social experiment, 200 Minecraft players crashed onto an island. Their goal is to build a functional civilization.
Was that him
crashed
again?
onto an island. Their goal is to build
Oh my god, it's another Sultanate. Are you kidding me?
a functional civilization, and just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever. Will the players build a successful civilization and perhaps find a way to escape the island, or will the civilization crash and burn? I present to you the Island Experiment.
This one's shorter, so it's about 20 minutes.
On day 1, all 200 players woke up at the site of a plane crash. Just 2 minutes ago, they were in the air when this happened.
Attention passengers, brace for death.
For now, all 200 players seem to be doing okay, except for this guy who somehow spawned high up in a tree and couldn't get down.
Oh, that
I
sucks.
teleported to him, laughed at him, and then I left. Here's what the players knew. They had crashed onto a mysterious island. There were 200 of them, and they only had 1 life each. Given the circumstances, they knew that the best option was to work together, and so they decided to set up camp right next to the crash site where they knew they were relatively safe. Dang, look at this.
So this time
This is impressive. Some players, however, were eager to explore the island. As such, several exploration groups were sent out across the island in an attempt to fully scout it out and discover what exactly this island was made of. The players figured out that the island was composed of 4 different biomes: the plains biome, the desert biome, the snow biome, and the jungle biome. The strangest thing, however, that the players found was a large mystical tower at the center of the island where all the biomes connect. Most were too afraid to even approach the tower, while some players climbed to the very top. Call it stupidity or bravery. Regardless, it will later be called natural selection. Eventually, some people in the main sanctuary decided to go down into the mines to extract resources from the island they now inhabited. In particular, they were looking for iron so that they could make armor to protect their people from whatever danger this island was going to present. Meanwhile, some players realized that the plane crash site might have some plane parts made of iron, and they were right. Those who extracted the plane—
Bro, iron on the plane, they're rich, bro. They're rich immediately. I'd have that shit harvested, bro. Clean it out.
remains soon became very wealthy. Other than the explorers and the miners, the sanctuary also employed their farmers to provide food for the population.
Oh my God,
I spoke with one farmer named Legacy, who survived the plane crash with his parrots.
I have a bunch of seeds so that way we can get this farm going.
The sanctuary's decision to get a farm started early would prove to be very beneficial in the later days. The players needed to establish a political system to maintain order, as there was some crime starting to occur, like this underground robbery. This guy just told me he's about to hold someone at lava point. Drop your valuables, Thomas. I don't drop them. Oh.
Yo.
Oh my God, it actually worked. The people decided to make a system in which they vote for a council.
Why not just like, hold on. Imagine you're Thomas here. Just crouch, just sneak, dig down, place the box in front of you, and then run. Just like place dirt behind you or something like that.
It actually worked. The people decided to make a system in which they'd vote for a council of leaders with one main leader on top. A player named Solev, who was originally one of the—
Again? Oh my God. Bro, having Solev as your leader is never a good idea. When are these people gonna learn?
Island scouting leaders, guided his exploration group back into the sanctuary and then took the mantle of power over the entire sanctuary.
Oh my God.
Solev made freedom a main concern of his platform and allowed players to build, farm, and explore as they saw fit.
Thanos Chicken's back. I just read the chat. Thanos Chicken is here again.
This freedom, while a good principle, would lead to some conflict between the players who disagreed on fundamental issues like what to do about criminals, how to allocate resources, and who should be allowed to have weapons. Now, Solev was not aware of the fact that out in the jungle, an alternative civilization was starting to form. Led by a player named Colors, the people who settled here did so because they had doubts in the leadership of Solev, who many saw as weak and afraid to take action.
Welcome to Ground Zero.
That is completely opposite from how he was in the first one.
Is what I'd like to call this place. This is the foundations of new comings, new opportunities. It's wonderful.
Colors provided the new jungle civilization with freedoms, but also—
I like how nobody's worried about if they're gonna get back to real civilization or not. They immediately got to work on their own countries and stuff.
With a steady hand and decisive action. At the end of day one, several members of the jungle's
I think the narrative is already a lot better here.
army hunted down wanted criminals, including thieves and accused killers. Through its steady leadership, its military strength, and its cocoa bean-based economy, the jungle civilization was seeing lots of success. Instead of there being one united civilization, there were now two. This was not part of the plan.
We're down. We've lost
It was the second day on the island, and no help from the outside world had arrived. Those who tried to escape by simply sailing away quickly realized that it was impossible. The players had no choice but to settle in. Over the days, many cultures and religions started to form. In the sanctuary, a player named Pinkwings 10 made what she described as a, quote, flower cult.
One of you, sit in the chair. We will commence shortly.
Bro, like all of these people were in the last one. What the hell?
Actual. I was too creeped out to continue watching, so I left. Also in the sanctuary, an artificial desert was dug out so that a player named Storming Hell could make a mini sultanate that was
He's back. Oh my god, he's back. The sultanate continues on.
similar to his home.
Our people have been reminiscing of our old home. If there's no desert here, we'll just make one.
In the jungle, meanwhile, I found several subcultures like the Volcano Men, a group of people who lived on the jungle volcano, and also Hope's Bounty and her followers, a largely autonomous group who chose to live in an underground bunker for their own safety. Lastly, some players chose to settle completely on their own outside of both the sanctuary and the jungle. A player named Wood Daddy did not want to be involved in any politics
That's an awesome name. I love this guy already. That's a brilliant username. I love him.
Civilizations, so he made himself a small cave where he and his cats could live.
I was gonna be going home, visiting the wife and kids, playing Crash. I figured, well, might as well make the most of it. Realized really quick that building a farm in a cave is not a good idea. So I have expanded because I'm terrified of starving.
This fear of starving would serve Wood Daddy well, as he was somewhat prepared for what was about to happen next.
What did he do? Oh wait, no.
All right, it's now raining for the first time. Let's see what the people do.
Okay.
Lightning struck the tower, and the curious people came to investigate. This marked the first server event. Let's see how the people react when they all get the extreme hunger effect, which quickly diminishes the player's hunger bar. If the player doesn't find food in time, they die.
The Great Hunger begins? Oh my god.
Oh no.
Look at the chat right now. People are freaking out. Some players ran back to their homes while others stood still in an attempt to stop their hunger bar from going down. Shortly, the players who were not carrying any food started to die.
I don't know if I
Hey,
like having like full server events and stuff, because it's like you're kind of getting rid of that natural progression of like civilizations in favor of immediate results, which at the start can be gratifying. It eventually weakens the overall story that these characters are building on their own. If that makes any sense.
Damage fast. Both of the two major civilizations realized that there was only one cure for the famine, and that was to find a cow, since in Minecraft, milk eliminates all potion effects from a player. In the sanctuary, one farmer told Solev that during the first day he had gathered a cow in his pen, and with that began a massive rush to that cow. Is there a cow in here? Oh my god! They have one cow. Everyone in the sanctuary is milking this one cow. Solev and his people quickly cured themselves of the extreme hunger and were thus able to return to their normal lives. In the jungle civilization, however, there was a much different story taking place.
Thorn took the cow.
He's selling milk buckets for
For 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds a bucket.
Oh my god,
there was
that's
only
genius.
one cow
That's
in the
genius.
entirety of the jungle,
That's
and it was
utterly
hidden by a
brilliant. Oh my
merchant.
god. That is the true capitalism way. That man is a true American. Oh my god. A patriot he is.
Named Thorn, who wanted to sell each milk bucket for 2 diamonds. Colors and the other jungle leaders received their milk buckets quickly, while those who didn't have any diamonds rushed to their stashes of cookies in hopes to sustain themselves until they found another cow. Many of those players died from starvation. Players in the jungle also started raiding each other's farms, and in some cases even killing each other for food. Oh, what the heck? They just killed someone for food in Wood Daddy's cave. Good thing Wood Daddy's in here. While the sanctuary prospered, the jungle went to sleep, hungry, agitated, and on the brink of total collapse.
This is gonna be interesting.
By the third day, many in the jungle and the outskirts had died from either starvation or were killed by the sword of another player, desperate for food. Even the otherwise passive group of Hope's Bounty had to kill a thief who attacked her people.
Someone was looting our farms and our stuff, so we had to just get rid of them.
At some point, Solev himself silently came to the village to see the devastation firsthand. Also, by day 3, the jungle merchant Thorn eventually realized the damage and
in this one. I may respect this dude now. Hold up.
deaths caused by his milk monopoly, so he gave away the ownership of his cow to the people of the jungle and let them have milk for free. Furthermore, all the people were now aware that the mystical tower in the middle of the island was dangerous and nobody dared approach it. After the Great Hunger, finding out how to escape this island became a top priority. In some parts of the island, life was depleting quickly. But in other parts of the island, like the House of Wood Daddy, things were rather lively. You're putting 2 cats in a bed to freaking breed them?
Well, they didn't want to breed on the helipad, so we figured they needed the right environment. So I don't.
What is Wood Daddy doing, man?
This is good.
During the previous day's famine, Wood Daddy had run into a player named Thanos Chicken, who was on the verge of starving. Wood Daddy not only saved his life, but allowed him to stay in his home after realizing that Thanos Chicken also had his own cat. And now both of their cats have a cat.
Awesome.
I hope this doesn't escalate even further. It was sudden when on day 3, scandal struck the jungle.
So is it gonna be this? Is it gonna be like the one where they had the cow? They caught the leader in the sheep pen.
Had found out that at the beginning of the Great Famine, the jungle merchant Thorn had given Colors and the rest of the jungle leadership milk for free, even though everyone else had to either pay 2 diamonds or starve. With that news, the jungle plunged right back into chaos. Thorn the merchant was assassinated by a lone vigilante, and the jungle leadership was hunted down by revolutionaries seeking retribution. Hope's bounty was able to find the jungle leader Colors and lead him down into her bunker, and together they evacuated the jungle through an underground passage. This passage took them straight to Solev's sanctuary, where they requested to stay as refugees. As Solev met with Colors to discuss the situation, a large crowd started to gather. Solev told Colors that if he let in refugees, his sanctuary would be targeted and his people would be attacked. Colors promised that if Solev offered him and his people a refugee spot, they would help in any defense efforts necessary. Solev was hesitant, but eventually he agreed to take Colors, Hope's bounty, and their people into the sanctuary in a effort to unite the island as one civilization, a civilization that would work together with one goal in mind: to escape this island. But then right as the agreement was made, they heard a noise in the ground.
Oh no. Yo. Storming Hell is gone again? Yo.
The explosion of day 3 took the life of the jungle leader, Colors, the Sultan Storming Hell.
Bro, Storming Hell can't stop dying, bro. Somebody get this man a 1-up. He's like, bro, this man is in the wrong place at the wrong time every single day.
3 other sanctuary citizens. This event was planned and carried out by several jungle revolutionaries who wanted Colors dead. Solev, after seeing many of his friends die, and after coming close to death himself, feared for his safety, and so the next day, he resigned from his sanctuary leadership position and held an election to replace his seat. The people voted overwhelmingly for a player named Alanyulu, the sanctuary's chief architect. Alanyulu ruled in a similar freedom-oriented manner as Solev, but he focused his platform on escaping the island and on securing the safety of his citizens. His first plan of action was to find those responsible for the explosion and execute them. He also directed the building of the sanctuary's secure underground
wait a second, Zamta? Why is he gone?
Bunker. For the first time since the plane crash, the people on the island were united. But then, right as the group photo was taking place,
oh god, not again.
It started to rain, and lightning struck the tower. The second major event was about to begin. Very few people came to the tower this time, as most people sensed danger and quickly ran into the sanctuary's secure bunker. Once everyone was inside, the entrance was sealed off. Meanwhile, at the tower, the jaw of chaos was unleashed. Another one god. Oh my
Yo,
gosh. It's
what
a
the
bloodbath.
hell?
They're running down. Dr. Bad. Oh no. Skeletons that kill in one shot spawn throughout the map. The people of the sanctuary hid in the bunker while Wood Daddy and his friends stayed in their cave, hoping the skeletons wouldn't break in. Once again, the island was in a state of chaos. No matter what you do not open the door. Run, people!
In danger now, and guess who isn't in danger?
You know, they're going back.
That's insane. Oh my god, we're down to 73? Oh my god. Uh-oh. Oh god, what is this?
A group of engineers from the sanctuary had actually built a flying contraption to escape the island. They, however, quickly realized that we were playing on a server with an endless, empty world, so once they flew away, nobody saw them ever again. But I do admire the effort. On day 5, people were starting to get creative, and in some cases, a little too creative. What the frick? Somehow...
Is that it? Yo. Alright, man. Okay. That's a... I don't know what to think about this. I don't know how to feel. I don't know, man. I'm not sure about this one.
Oh, this guy had turned himself into my face. I did not quite know how to feel about this. Meanwhile, a group of farmers brought 100 chickens to the middle tower to sacrifice them in hopes to appease the gods. The gods, also known as the staff team, decided to humor this.
Yeah!
Oh no! As a reward for the sacrifice, the farmers got nothing. I then went to check on Wood Daddy and Thanos Chicken. They seemed to be doing quite well, now together having raised over 3 generations of a cat family.
Hey,
Similarly,
more
I found
cats.
another guy raising a parrot in his cave. I then promptly reenacted the plot of the movie Rio. Parrots meet parrots. Yes, they're meeting.
Yeah.
Are there baby parrots? Is that a thing?
No, it's not.
Overall,
We need baby
day
parrots.
5
Baby
was
parrots
a
need to be a
time
thing.
of much needed peace and rest. A day when people could finally mourn the
I can't
dead
believe
and
it's not
celebrate their own accomplishments.
The guy's named the Pokemonkey. Yo, Pokemon, appreciate
Langulo
it.
permitted
Rise
the
up.
building of many very impressive pieces of architecture, like the temples of the Sultanate, the large dome right outside Sanctuary
151
grounds,
I know you're there.
and the Gladiators Arena where all the people gathered to watch fights. Later in the day, a group originally from the jungle went back to the jungle to have a wedding before another major disaster could occur. Having had their parties, their gatherings, and their quality time spent with each other and, in some cases, with their immense amount of pets, the people who were still alive saw a glimmer of hope that they could together
Whatever this is, hold
escape
on.
the
My voice
island
is
and
back
live
hanging.
out the rest of their lives. Alandulo issued a strict lockdown at the end of day 5 in anticipation of a third major disaster that would occur during what ended up being the final day.
Uh-oh. Hold on. There's only 70 of
On
them.
day 6, the people woke
so
up
little
and
left.
stayed in their homes, awaiting a disaster. Accordingly, soon enough, it started to rain. It was time to implement the final variable of this experiment.
Okay.
The people were informed that an escape passage had opened up in the center of the tower. This escape passage would bring the players onto a plane to leave this island once and for all. However, the players were also informed that the passage would only accept players who have killed another player. With that shocking revelation, Olanulo tried to organize the Sanctuary's next plan of action, but to no avail. It was every man for himself, chaos. Olanulo snuck away to
here we
find someone
go.
to kill so he himself could at least escape, but he was ambushed by a group from the jungle and killed. So here we go, Denver. Now in the fight, who is gonna win? Legacy just got a kill. If he makes it to the tower, he can escape. Oh, look at that. Solev got a kill. Solev, Legacy, and their friend Matez were the first to reach the tower. Hoping for the best, Solev jumped in. Slowly, people started to escape one by one.
There we go.
However, there was one final twist. Anybody who didn't escape in the next 5 minutes would be struck by lightning and killed. One way or another, there would be no people left on the island. Some people prepared to make a last-ditch effort to escape, while others huddled with their friends and accepted their fate. In the cat cave, neither Wood Daddy nor Thanos Chicken had gotten a kill yet, but they made plans to run to the tower anyway. More and more people started to arrive at the tower and fight for their lives. These two friends had made it, but only one of them had gotten a kill.
No.
Kill me, please kill me.
Yo. They're killing their friends? Oh. This is cruel. Oh, they have to make it. They don't have a kill. Punch me? Yo! No way. He's sacrificing himself. Oh my god, that's crazy. That is unbelievable. Wow. Wow. All hope is gone. Wow. I don't believe that. What an ending. That was a good ending. I like that video a lot more. Yeah, that video gets a solid 7 out of 10 for me. Once again, the visuals weren't the best. It was a lot. I could tell how much freeze frames there were. It was a bit laggy towards the end. But either way, that was a good video. We're getting to the point where these videos are starting to become really good. Alright. With that out of the way, my voice is starting to kill me and I still haven't eaten dinner yet. Got school tomorrow too. I have to write an essay during AP English tomorrow. So, I'll be live again on Wednesday, hopefully, a little bit later, around 7:30 like I was today. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe.